So you're thinking about making a move to Melissa, Texas. Yes, the very popular Melissa, Texas. This hidden gem is not so hidden anymore. It is growing really, really fast and for many good reasons. So in this video today, I'm going to be covering some of the pros, and of course we got to cover some of the negative cons about Melissa, Texas. I absolutely love Melissa, Texas. I lived on the southeast corner of Melissa, where Willowwood Elementary is, for about 4.5 years. Amazing area, great community for families. So I know the area very well. So I'm not just somebody spouting out information that I found online. So I'm going to cover, like I said, some of the pros, some of the cons, and I hope you get some value from this video. Make sure you stick around because we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, please do me a favor and subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current real estate market here in North Dallas, or like today, Melissa, Texas. My name is Preston Gale. I'm a local real estate agent, and I get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you every single day looking to make a move to North Dallas, and I absolutely love it. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, please give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. Now let's go ahead and jump into our first pro of the day, which is going to be the school district. So Melissa Schools is the huge draw to Melissa. People want to, people are getting priced out of some of the higher price markets such as Frisco, the Prospers, and those types of areas. And it's just a great location, and it has amazing schools. If you haven't seen Melissa High School, you definitely need to check it out. I've talked about it in some of my other videos, but it is the state-of-the-art school. I mean, if you drive by it, it looks like a really nice university. They've got like this turf-like park right when you pull in. It just looks really high-end, really nice. You can really tell that they take pride in their schools here in Melissa, Texas. I've also heard many, many great things about the teachers. I'm friends with the superintendent, amazing guy, and just overall a great place to be. It seems like they put a ton of effort into their schools, whether it be in school, outside of school, and extracurricular activities, regardless of what that is. They do well in sports, UIL, you name it. Melissa is one of the top dogs in every aspect of schools. And all you ever hear about in North Dallas is really the same Friscos and the Planos and the Allens. So this is just a smaller area, but I guarantee you it's going to be just like those other great spots here in the near future. It just has less people. And the student to teacher ratio, according to niche.com, is 17-1 right now in Melissa, which is also really good. So multiple new schools. They have Willowwood Elementary. That is also a school that's only a couple years old. I lived in that neighborhood wherein all the parents and friends that I was close with, their kids went there. They walked to school, rode their bikes, and they absolutely love that school. It's been great, and many people are moving here because of it. So number one pro is going to be schools. Number two pro would have to be home values. So what I mean by that is if you are somebody who's looking to move to the North Dallas area and you're wanting to be in the big city, when I mean by big city is 100, 200,000 people, like the Allens, the Planos, the McKinneys, you're going to pay probably around $100,000 more, just give or take, on a home that's about 20 years old, needs some work, high electric bill, you name it. Or you can go to Melissa and build you a brand new house for the same price. Now that's dependent on neighborhood. There are neighborhoods that are quite expensive now in Melissa. I am aware of that. One to be exact would be Liberty. There are some affordable houses in Liberty, but there are also houses in Liberty that cost nearly $1 million right now. So depending on where you're looking, there are some affordable options to build a brand new construction in Melissa, Texas. And if you were looking 20 minutes down the road, you'd probably pay the same price for a home that's 20 to 30 years older. So I know that home values have gone up. They're going to continue to go up in areas like this that are up and coming, but for right now, it's still a great value. Number 3 is a big one. Melissa is getting an HEB. So Frisco recently got an HEB, and that place is packed, but it's one of the best grocery stores around. I'm sure many of you watching this have heard of HEB, but it's a huge deal for Melissa. One reason being is they don't have any grocery stores in Melissa. You have to go to Anna, which is right next to Melissa, or down to McKinney. The trip is not very long, but this is going to be a big deal. It's going to be right next to the ever so popular Buc-ee's. It's going to be right up the street from that. So it's going to be a great location right off 75, right next to Buc-ee's, which is really going to put Melissa on the map. So if you're thinking about buying in Melissa, you better do it soon. The next pro is that Melissa is a prime location. What I mean by that is it is directly north of Dallas. So you hop on 75 and you go straight up. You don't hit any tolls, and you can get right to Melissa. It is also attached to McKinney, which is a huge and fast growing area as well. As many of you already know, you can get to downtown McKinney in 10-15 minutes, which is one of the best downtowns in all of North Texas. So quick trip there. Get to Frisco, downtown Frisco, in 25 minutes. You can get to the Colony, the Grandscape, all the entertainment in 20 minutes. And you can get to Plano in 20 minutes. I mean, it's just a great spot. If you don't mind the short commutes, it's really not a bad place to be. So I just think everything is going up Highway 75. That's why I think it's such a great time to invest in North Dallas real estate, is because everything is going to go from Dallas all the way to Oklahoma eventually, and it's starting to. As you already know, Sherman is blowing up. There's so many jobs and things coming out this way, so just a great opportunity in a prime location. The next pro is one that I don't talk about very often, but the proximity to hospitals for such a small town. So you're going to have Baylor McKinney, which is about 6 miles away. And you're also going to have Medical City McKinney, which is about 7.5 miles away. So if you're worried, if you've got older parents that are moving here with you, if you're worried about your kids or anything like that, being in a smaller area, you're going to have multiple major hospitals within a very quick driving distance. There's also some back roads you can take that, so you won't have to drop on 380, which is not always favorable at certain times of the day. There's back roads you can get to Baylor, and then it's a straight shot down to Medical City McKinney down Highway 75. So unless there's a wreck or it's rush hour, you're going to get there pretty quick. The last pro I'm going to be talking about today is that most of the homes are newer in Melissa, which means master plan communities. So Melissa has multiple master plan communities, to name a few: North Creek and Liberty. Liberty is one of the most popular and longest standing master plan communities in Melissa. But what I mean by a pro with this is that with these new master plan communities, there's lots of activities for your kids. There's things for them to do. They usually have some kind of director of fun that will basically run events, monthly, weekly, holiday events. So you're never really going to get bored. You're going to have a lot easier time getting to know your neighbors in a neighborhood like this than you would if you moved into a Plano neighborhood that's 30 years old with the garage in the back. So these master plan communities make it so easy to get to know your neighbors. If you're worried about your kids, meeting all new people, you're moving from, out of state, and you're like, man, my kids are going to have to move away from their friends. I promise you, they'll make tons of new friends very, very quickly, and they will never have been happier than they will be out here. So just from my experience from helping so many families move over to this area, that is one of their, biggest things they talk about, is that they've made so many great friends so fast, and people are very, very friendly here. So of course I got to say a few negative things about Melissa, because this video is, pros and cons. So the first con of living in Melissa, Texas would be entertainment options as far as dining out. So there's not a lot going on as far as entertainment in general. They are getting some new restaurants and things right off 121. They have multiple options. They've got some breakfast spots, but if you're comparing it to neighboring areas like McKinney or the Planos, the larger areas, you're not gonna be impressed. But there's so many other positive aspects, and that's not really why the people move here. But you can expect for all those things to continue to come out here to Melissa in the near future. So me personally, I like to be where everything's going, everything's brand new, and that's going to be Melissa, Texas. So if you're okay with a 10, 15, 20 minute commute to get to all the entertainment and things you want to do with your spouse or your kids, it's still a wonderful place to be. Number 2 con is a big one for some people, and I noticed that most people do not bring this up in their videos. So that is going to be the Melissa landfill. So yes, Melissa has a very big landfill off in the corner of Melissa, and they are building multiple neighborhoods almost right on top of this place. It seems like there's also sports facilities that are very, very close by, but no need to worry. It's very easy to see where the landfill is. I've sold houses near the landfill. A lot of people don't care. I lived close to it for years and never, I can't say never. There are going to be times where you do smell the landfill, but it's very, very seldom. Most people don't notice it, and I'll probably comment below if you live in the area and if it's ever bothered you, or it bothers you on a regular basis. You'll see that most people that live here, if you have any friends that live here, you reach out to them and they'll say that they don't even realize that it's there unless they're looking right at it. So it looks basically like just a big hill. You don't see trash or anything like that. So but it is something that I bring up when people are looking right across from the landfill. I will say, hey, that's a landfill. I don't want you to be mad at me later. But just one of the downsides of Melissa that some people look down upon, but it doesn't seem to have affected values or the people that are moving here very much at all. But that is a big concern for some people. So being 100% transparent, honest, I will point out the landfill and let you know that it's there. But I think you'll be surprised on how few people it bothers out here. And the last pro I'll be covering today is construction. So Melissa, of course, being an up and coming area, is going to have tons of construction going on in these brand new communities. The commercial development that's coming out here, the HEB, and due to that, there's going to be lots of construction. You're going to pull out on these roadways and you're going to be stuck behind a dump truck on your way to school. That's one of the things that frustrates me every once in a while, is like you get in a hurry and you got this truck that says, if a rock falls or whatever, it's not my fault, and you're stuck behind it. But it is what it is. Usually I've never, don't have anything hit me, but it definitely slows you down a little bit every once in a while. So just one of the drawbacks of living in a new and up and coming area is that you're going to be around a lot of construction work, but eventually that subsides, and you got to have a little bit of negativity in a place like Melissa. Such a great place to be. So I hope you got some value from this video. Like I said, I'm a local real estate agent in the area. Would love to help you and your family, or just answer some questions for you that you might have. All my info is in the description. So please give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I would absolutely love to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. I hope to see you around town.